The next day, Lu Ming opened the store early. The first thing he did was to pay back the money from the loan company. Although there is still some time before the repayment time, Lu Ming has prepared the amount of 100,000 with compound interest. So what else can they say? Look! What a caring customer. You don't know how much you can earn back if you lend this money. Photos of women's clothing were completely destroyed. 100,000 cash was handed over on the spot. The loan company handles these processes very skillfully. The flower-armed man sent by their company this time was very satisfied with the transaction. Although I was deceived at the beginning and the process was somewhat tortuous, the ending was good in the end. But the way he looked at Lu Ming was always weird. That look didn't seem like a threat, just a little weird. Is it because my women's clothing is too beautiful? Lu Ming thought so. Hey, kid, contact me anytime if you need anything. The flower-armed man finished processing the photos and left. It's over. Lu Ming also breathed a sigh of relief. Ending it today is the best choice. On the surface, these companies still follow the rules. Even the so-called guojiao, as it is called on the surface, is also called a credit loan. As long as the money is in place, the guojiao and other things will naturally be destroyed. Xiao Lu Ming also inquired about several loan companies nearby, and found out that this company had a good reputation and had never caused any trouble, so he took out a loan. However, Lu Ming knew very well that these were just the surface. Once the income from a certain unruly business is far greater than that of the leather company in front of them, they will not hesitate to do something big and then change places to start a new company. Apple loans, banana loans, and durian loans may all be opened by one person. They didn't know that Fruit Ninja made it themselves. So we ended the transaction happily. Lu Ming understood. The photos have been destroyed, and Xiao Lu Ming's worries have been completely resolved. Haha, if these guys come to cause trouble again in the future, don't blame yourself and call the police directly. Once the loan issue is resolved, the next step is the market. He doesn't have high requirements. Those shops eat meat and he can just drink some soup. After all, he's not very fast in making cards. If the demand is huge, he can't keep up. However, he thought too much. After a whole night of brewing, Fruit Ninja's popularity has completely exploded. He went to the internet to check related news. Now Fruit Ninja has set off a wave. It seems that there are some stores that specialize in marketing. Now everyone in Qingming City is talking about this card. The stores responded very quickly. Not only these stores in the downtown area, but the entire Qingming City is covered with Fruit Ninja cards. Are there any similar cultivation methods? Have. But mostly boring. And Fruit Ninja. Practicing in the game brings more fun. Many people, even many children, are more willing to practice. It is said. Even a middle school principal saw it and thought it was a great thing. He may propose to use this thing in the popular science practice in the school in the near future. And at this time, almost all the shops in the downtown area provide Fruit Ninja cards, and the prices are cheaper. 80 at a time. 50 at a time. 20 at a time. Each one is cheaper than the other. Even, in the end, everyone simply agreed to pay 20 yuan a time. Moreover, the illusion they created was more realistic and vivid, much better than what he had here. Because production costs are lower, their profits are still very objective. As expected. Lu Ming was not surprised. Piracy in this world is really unscrupulous. In the previous life, although those game companies were rampant with copycats, they were almost sold to pieces by players, but here, no one cares. Because most precious cards have powerful encryption technology. If you can crack it, that only means you are awesome. In that case, don't blame me for being rude. Lu Ming stretched. He just wants an initial capital of tens of thousands of dollars. Since he can't get it, no one can make money. Thinking of this, Lu Ming called Zhong Xiaopang. Fat man, come here. I have something big for you to do. What for? Zhong Xiaopang was confused. Turn over the table. Lu Ming smiled. And at this time, Qian Xingxai was sitting in the office, feeling very happy. Although someone made him very upset yesterday and made him unhappy all night, but looking at the market and sales volume today, how could he not be happy? Because the above review has been passed. Now, he is responsible for the trial operation of Ming City. The boss also knew that time was of the essence, so they gave him a whole morning. As long as the profit and profit model in the morning were no problem, they would promote it in all branches. What an honor! What a credit! As for profit, he wasn't worried at all. 20 yuan a time is enough to make them crazy. As for Lu Ming, he. Just a kid. How could they have any part in this war? Seeing more and more people coming to experience it, he could already imagine that he would be promoted and he would be able to leave here soon. Suddenly, there was a cry of surprise from outside. What's wrong? Qian Xingcai was unhappy that his dream was broken. Boss, something big happened. The staff at the door panicked and said, pointing to the news on the internet. Why are you panic? Qian Xingcai didn't like to see these interns. It was unbecoming to panic over the smallest things. As a staff member of the flagship store, you need to be calm, he said, looking at the situation. Suddenly his face changed drastically. Qianli Niang. Genuine goods store. Zhongchun was also slowly watching the surge in profits. I have to say that this Fruit Ninja card is really good and addictive, making everyone unable to help but try it again and again. Go keep improving. Even he tried more than 10 times to break through 100 seconds. How can such a card not become popular? The price of 20 yuan was jointly set by them. It is meaningless to compete on price blindly. It is a good thing for everyone to make money. Of course, Lao Qian and him are the biggest sellers. As for Lu Ming, it's simply not within their scope of consideration. What about founders? The moment he is successfully copied, he becomes worthless. For today's sales event, he hired hundreds of card makers overnight to produce a large number of Fruit Ninja cards. For now, they didn't take Lu Ming's petty fuss seriously at all. Maybe we can try to expand the store, Zhongchun thought in his mind. Only. At this moment, he suddenly saw the push message from the Card Creators Association. He is different from Qian Xingcai. Because he is a card maker, he built this store by himself. He is also a member of the Card Makers Association. Card Designers Association. This is a place for all card makers to learn and communicate. Everyone exchanges card-making techniques here, from basic textures to high-end core technologies, and even trades in various materials and academic discussions. This is the home of card makers. Zhongchun is also often active here and follows a lot of news about the association. However, this news. Damn. Zhongchun felt cold all over after just one glance. Fruit Ninja, a must-have training card for everyone. How could this thing appear? Zhongchun was panicked. Although Fruit Ninja is hot now, although the popularity is off the charts, it is only limited to Ming City. People from other places don't know this card at all. But, if it's just about knowing. The problem is where this post appears. Damn it. The place he pays attention to is the design drawing area. In other words, this damn paper is about the design of Fruit Ninja. If translated, it would be the full disclosure of the design of Fruit Ninja. Really? He clicked it and took a look. The first paragraph that caught his eye was a design drawing. This is the design of Fruit Ninja. There is no need for an illusionist or construction of the illusion. When the design appears, all the card makers can create it as long as they follow it. Zhongchun panicked. But he quickly calmed down. It doesn't matter. We can still make some money. After all, we have a one-day first-mover advantage. Zhongchun hadn't finished consoling him. When he saw the second half of the paper, he suddenly broke into a cold sweat. In the paper, the function of Fruit Ninja is introduced in detail and tells everyone that this is the design drawing of version 2.0 of Fruit Ninja. In addition to the original basic design, it also includes the following contents. 1. Integral design, reasonably change the time mode to the integral mode. 2. Interesting design, added points bonus for consecutive cuts and clearing points. 3. Increased varieties, a large number of fruit varieties have been added. 4. Bomb design, a bomb clearing system is added. A dead bomb is mixed in the fruit and cannot be touched. 5. Life design, change the original mortality design to 3 lives, allowing you to experience the game for a longer time and control your rhythm better. 6. Weapon selection, add more weapons. Fuck. Jong-chun collapsed. What's this? Fruit Ninja upgraded version. More comprehensive. More powerful. More efficient. Instantly destroy all the cards they made overnight. Moreover, the most important thing is that the design drawings are fully disclosed, and no illusionist is needed at all, only a card maker is needed to make it easily. Price transparency. Who would come here to spend money? It would be strange if they were not scolded to death. As for scolding Lu Ming? He. Although Lu Ming sold it many times yesterday, at the end of the paper, he also explained the reason for disclosing the design drawings. Originally it was intended to be used for commercial sales, but I heard that many educators were interested in this card, so after perfecting it, I decided to make it fully public. Children are the strong ones of the future. They should have better physical fitness. They should have better cultivation illusions. This is my gift to them. Fruit Ninja founder, Lu Ming. See without? For these growing kids? You people can just have fun secretly when you have benefited from it. Who have you to blame others? In the store. Jong-chun hurriedly walked out of the office. Sure enough. The originally crowded flow of people suddenly emptied out. Everyone is not a fool. Such big news spread quickly in Qingming City. Who would waste money on such a semi-finished product like yours? They can take the design drawings and find a card maker to customize it. It's cold. Jong-chun looked at the thousands of Fruit Ninja cards on the counter and trembled. These cards are really useless. God knows how much he spent. Lu Ming. He wanted to hate Lu Ming, but then suddenly remembered that he only wanted 20 or 30,000, but he refused to give it. The other party could not earn a penny, so it seemed reasonable to give it to the Card Making Association for free in exchange for fame. Why didn't I think of it? Oh. I thought about it, but I didn't care at all. Because they never expected that even if you disclosed the design, you would actually come up with an upgraded version of Fruit Ninja. At this time, he only had one thought. I should have known. Wouldn't it be better to give him 20,000 yuan yesterday? I regret it. And at this moment, he is not the only one who has this idea. All the shops in the downtown area, especially those that Lu Ming called last night, all hate themselves at this moment. Why didn't you agree with him yesterday? This is an upgraded version of Fruit Ninja. Moreover, no one thought that this thing that tests reaction speed could add so many things. But if you look closely, it makes sense. There is even a sense of, this is the feeling of the full version of Fruit Ninja. Qian Xingcai from Yeezy chain store felt even more chilled in his heart at this moment. After reading the complete content of the paper there, he wanted to slap himself twice. So arrogant. I wish I had known I bought it yesterday. Just 50,000. Just because it's just 50,000. All destroyed. With this design, the low-end design that I researched for 500,000 yuan yesterday, and the Fruit Ninja card that I rushed to make overnight have become a joke. Blame Lu Ming? I called yesterday, but I told myself everything. Copyright. Complete. Even only 50,000 is needed. And himself. Qian Xingcai suddenly felt his eyes go dark and fainted. Manager. Store manager. Came the exclamations.